he's not close to worth $100 million. And the problem, it's not only like there's a pathway where you say, okay, we're gonna give up on getting LeBron or KD or Kyrie. We're gonna not go for that player, and we're gonna build a team in a different way with guys like Jalen Brunson. But you don't make gymnastics moves to get Jalen Brunson and overpay him. What's going to happen is, a year, 2 years into this, the fan base is going to hate Jalen Brunson because he's not that guy.
And
they're going to resent that.
Yeah.
And he's a good guy.
He's what just happened with Julius Randle. Look at him.
Yeah. He had a nice season for them, and then they turned on him. When there was a whiff of him being expected to do anything above a surprise us. And that's sad. I mean, the thing, and again, this is the thing. Jalen Brunson's going to get a bunch of money. And if it's all about money, good luck to him. Enjoy it. But if it's about your standing in the game of basketball, and it's not he's not going to get paid somewhere, he's going to go from being this really cool player for the Mavs that's valued and respected and kind of where's this guy going to being this guy who's going to underperform the expectations of his contract in New York, which remains a dysfunctional franchise.
He's being miscast because it's something where now you signed that big deal. There's this massive expectations, and once you fail to live up to them, and it's no disrespect to Jalen Brunson. Is he a good point guard? Yes. Is he $100 million point guard, one of the top point guards in the league? Not at all.
Yep. Agree. He's gonna drown in that situation.
I like that shirt, man.
I appreciate it.
It's a plain black tee, but
I'm a pocket square guy. Even if it's a regular shirt, I gotta put my. Never know when you just stash something right there.
Never know when you need to stash something right there. But
Bubba with an ADD moment there.
I'm like, what is that shot? But no, listen, man. I'm convinced that the majority of these NBA front offices, they're just regular guys. They have no fucking clue as much as we do. Because you can see it. It's funny when you can see it way ahead of time. Everyone could see the Westbrook move ahead of time, trading all of your assets for Russell Westbrook at this point in time in his career was outrageously a terrible move.
Right.
Like, you can see these things. Dallas Mavericks, they had an opportunity. Jalen Brunson and his agent came to them in the middle of the season when it was time for his extension. They were ready to sign up for a $50 million contract, right? Mm-hmm. The Dallas Mavericks declined that option to do that. The Dallas Mavericks did that. Yeah. That wasn't a mistake on their end. I think they realized that Jalen is a really good player. He's going to get money elsewhere, but we want a different player next to Luka, number one. And number two, if he's going to stay here, he needs to be in the six-man role, if you will, but with more minutes. Because Luka needs a two-guard that can defend multiple positions 1 through 3, and that can also take some ball handling abilities when he's off the court. That's what he needs, right? Yeah. And Jalen Brunson's not that guy because he's so small, right? Just his stature alone doesn't allow that. So now the Knicks get this guy who's going to be the highest paid player on your team. And it's just nowhere near going to give you that production.
Yeah, that's the absurdity. He's just not a guy that you should ever be the highest paid player on your team. To me, and he's not the exact same thing. The parallel I see is more like a Fred VanVleet type guy.
Yeah, and VanVleet got a bag.
He did, but he got it from the team that kind of helped develop him.
Yeah,
and it fits there. And again, if Dallas mildly overpays to keep Jalen
Nobody
Brunson,
bats an eye.
Exactly.
Nobody bats an eye.
But to trade dudes and give up draft picks and do all this stuff to sign Jalen Brunson, I mean, that's beyond insane.
That's why the Knicks are the Knicks, man.
That's true. Yeah. And they'll always be the Knicks. Who's running the Knicks now, though?
Still the Dolans.
Nobody knows. The Dolans.
Yeah, but then they have the worldwide.
I thought they brought Worldwide West.
He's making decisions. He's a decision maker over as well.
I mean, I always had a lot of respect for him, but maybe he's
he's a part of that camp.
Well, I know, but like
no, Jalen Brunson is a part of that camp. So that's the connection. Like him, Worldwide West, and Jalen Brunson.
No, I'm saying Worldwide West in a vacuum. Like I always kind of heard.
Well, it's one of his guys.
Well,
is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you got to know. You're trying to win. You're trying to develop a franchise. It's not time to be friends.
It could always be a situation where, like, hey, if you take care of our guy, you've given him this contract right now on the back end, maybe we could help steer a free agent to you guys in the near future.
It better be really near. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. That's losing business.
Now, in the meantime, you got on the back end, you have the Detroit Pistons, right? Those are where Alec Burke and the other guy, Nerlens Noel, went to.
Yeah.
Right? And Detroit, they're building. I feel like they're building something there. They had a really good draft.
Yeah, I haven't been this excited about Detroit since 8 Mile came out.
Did you hear that they're possibly in on DeAndre Ayton?
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah.
They're building something, man.
Yeah. Jaden Ivey, for me, was my favorite player and the player I actually think has the highest ceiling in this draft. And they got him a little bit down the road. I liked the Duran pick.
He was the number 4 pick, right? No, Ivy.
Ivy, I think, was 4, yeah. And then they got Duran later in the round. And then, Cade Cunningham is good. I mean, he is still a bad team last year, but he's got a type of game that I think will allow other people to flourish around him. Yeah. And I think they've got a nice young core, and if they could add an Ayton, and if any of those former Knicks guys can give them something. Who's the coach there? Do we know?
No, not off the top of my head. Not off the top of my head, man.
I mean, if they've got a solid coach, I mean that's a team that could develop over the next couple of years. A little bit like Memphis has kind of made some incremental steps up.
They definitely have some pieces.
No, for sure. Now, the other move that happened today actually is the Hawks, right? That was a major play in my opinion, getting DeJounte Murray over there.
Yeah.
So I say only give up Gallinari in a few picks, right? So I
3
put that up.
Rounders.
Yeah, I put that on social media, and people are saying, "Oh man, that's a lot," and I just don't think so because the 3 best players are 25 or younger. You know what I mean? Trae Young is 23, 24. You got Collins is the same, and DeJounte is 25.
They're
right?
talking about possibly trading Collins though.
They are, which can open up.
I was
depending on
curious
who they trade for.
whether the Murray trade impacts the possibility of moving him or not. I don't know. But like you said, I mean, if it inclines them to keep Collins as this kind of all in age group trio, that's pretty interesting.
Yes.
But Collins is a good enough piece that'll be interesting to see what they can get back for him to add to that too.
It really is. Either way, if they move him or keep him, I think it's just a great core. And all you need around that is veterans to play their role, really good veterans to play their role, because you have your 3 young stars. You know what I mean?
Are these the first-round picks? Are these like unrestricted, or do they have a bunch
2
of
of them are
restrictions?
unprotected.
2 are unprotected. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're the Hawks, you're making this trade with the expectation that you're going to be at
mid
least
40s, high 40s, yeah.
No, mid perennial playoff team.
Wins. I'm talking about wins. Which makes you
So you're not theoretically giving up unrestricted lottery picks in a perfect situation.
No.
What would you say their ceiling is after making this deal? Because I think they're probably like on the fringe of being a 4 or 5 seed.
I agree with you. I don't see him. I mean, unless there's some other big move, I don't see him being above that. I mean,
second round team. Yeah, but it's not for that. That's another guy came on the post. Oh yeah, but this move doesn't put them in wins them a championship. Like, hold on, these guys are 23, 24. Let these guys develop more, develop some chemistry. We live in such a microwave. It's like one move. Oh, the Hawks, they're not making a championship. They're trash. No, man. The GM, the front office is putting this team in the right direction. They're making the right moves and just let this team grow and develop. Yeah, we have to see what they put around these guys now. Yeah. But you have to get something before you can't put something around nothing.
Oh yeah.
They have something to put some folks around.
No, I mean it's a good. I like the move. It shows some forward thinking by them. I mean, Gallinari's one of those guys who's been part of half a dozen trades in his career. I mean,
he was the first prototypical power forward, man. The stretch forward. He was a part of that. Yeah.
He gets traded about as frequently as I change the filter in the air conditioner at the house.
And we're in the summertime, man. Yeah, so you guys agree with that? I mean, what you thinking? 4th, 5th seed for the Hawks?
I don't think that's too far off, but I'm only worried about the 76ers.
You're
a Philly fan too?
I became a Philadelphia fan. I grew up in Houston, and there's a place called Gallery Furniture. And you buy enough furniture, they let you pick a ball out of a basket. In 1995, I picked the 76ers ball. Next year, Allen Iverson.
A year before
gets drafted.
Iverson, yeah.
And that's it.
Wow.
Oh, man. I have a Philly brother on the show.
I had no idea you had such an impact on the franchise.
We haven't had good days since Iverson, but
it's been a while, man.
We're getting close.
It's been a while.
That's funny.
Should have never let Jimmy leave.
That Kawhi shot changed things for you guys.
It did.
Changed my life.
It did.
Changed my life.
I don't think so.
That ball still hasn't gone.
That's the best thing that ever happened to me, man. The Kawhi shot.
Why?
Because, first of all, they got rid of Ben. The bitch Ben.
The bum.
The bum. The elite bum. They spurned that. if that shot does not go in, we're keeping Ben.
True.
We're
keeping
go to
Jimmy
the
too,
finals,
though.
and we
And you're
probably win the
keeping-
finals.
Exactly. You have a title. That's why you do this.
No, I don't want that. I don't want cancer on my team. You want cancer? I don't like cancer.
I'll take a title with cancer.
No,
and
oh,
age,
hell
whatever it
no.
I would
takes.
have built
Hell
on
no.
an injured Warriors
No.
team. That's
Hell
an easy
no.
chip for you guys.
I don't want it
Nope.
like that.
Nope.
I don't want it like that. I want a champ. I want a real championship. I don't want that shit Toronto has. But Toronto won it without cancer. I don't want to win a championship and then get cancer. If that's what it takes, I don't want that,
I'm
Pete.
with you.
You're not willing to do what it takes.
I guess I'm
That's
not,
why I'm a
man.
champion and you're over there.
I guess I'm not, man. We got rid of that. Now, unfortunately, like you said, our front office, which Pink knows, I've through extensive history of shitting on Elton Brand. He chose the wrong people and he let Jimmy walk, and that was the moment of our franchise.
Should
That
have let
was,
Tobias Harris go, man.
That dude's a scammer. But you don't feel bad because he's a nice guy.
no, but
like,
it
man,
goes
he's
to
a
the
really
Jalen
nice
Brunson
guy.
thing.
No,
It
he's a
goes to
really
the
nice
Jalen
guy.
Brunson
He
thing.
was like, he's a really nice guy.
I love Tobias Harris on a certain contract.
Yeah.
You know,
that's it.
50, 60 million. I love him. As the highest paid player on my team, when I have Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, and he's the highest paid player on my team, that makes no fucking sense.
Nah, I
Work
agree.
out.
I hate him now.
3-and-D player.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah. No, you got to. I mean, it's not just what you are as a player, it's what you're costing.
Yeah.
That's important. You can't separate the two things.
But as a fan, then I feel shitty because now I'm saying a guy's a bum because how much he makes when it really shouldn't be any of my fucking business.
Right.
But he's
But this is
he's
the
destroying
reality.
my team.
But this is the reality of sports that we have. And
Yeah.
so if you're into this and you care, these things matter.
They do matter.
What you get a player for. If you get, I mean, we talk about it in football all the time, which you may touch upon, but like you have a talented rookie quarterback on a rookie contract, you're at a competitive advantage in the National Football League.
Of course, big
And
time.
when you then have to pay that same talented guy, that advantage dissipates, and you're kind of moving deck chairs on the Titanic for the rest of that guy's prime.
That's why I got to maximize that rookie deal.
Yeah, 100%.
That rookie contract, I should say.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not about who's a nice guy and who's not. I mean, are you a good value for our team? And you help
He's
out
not.
the games?
I don't know because he's also a hard worker. Don't get me wrong. I don't like Tobias Harris. I hate him. But he's a hard worker. And he does things to try to help the team. We needed him to take more. We needed him to take more catch and shoot threes. He's not a catch and shoot guy, but he upticked it to 7 or 8. Yeah, he missed 7 of them a game, but he upticked it to where I'm trying, guys. His defense increased in the playoffs. Like he tries.
Here's what,
Guys like Ben Simmons are the guys I want to throw off the Empire State Building.
but
Tobias is a guy I don't mind if I have to keep him. Okay.
here's